Right then. It's a new week, mate. It's a bloody new week. It's a Monday and it's a big wick of a daily candle so far. There's a big wick of a daily candle. We've taken this low and bounced off this order block on NQ. We have come into this order block here after taking these lows. Wicked up here during the day or during the AM session, and now we're just consolidating. Dependent on the close of this candle, on this weekly candle, it could signal potential reversal, but overall I'm still very bearish on this. Yeah, you look on the daily chart, it's still a bit, where is it? Yeah, you can see we swept that. But I am going to get into today's move. What I was looking at, I didn't take a trade because price just didn't come down to where I wanted it to, so I didn't enter. You know what I mean? Keep it simple. Right. Let's get these drawings on then. So we came down, just missed this order block here on the monthly chart or the weekly chart. I can't remember which one I was showing you on. Probably weekly chart. Same for Nasdaq, except we came into this higher time frame inverse fair value gap and wicked up. So, you know, because we'd already come into this and seen a reaction up from that inverse fair value gap, I was happy that we didn't really need to come further down into this order block. Although I did have it in mind that that is a potential scenario that could happen, and that we may need to fill the whole order block, possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it in the next few days, basically. But today I was fine with it, just missing it, and I was leaning more towards it being bullish on the day. Pointers behind that, we had this big opening gap here, and yeah, you know, I was thinking, yeah, well, we're going to fill this in, tap into imbalance further up. That imbalance, you can't see it on that chart. I think it's on the 15-minute. Yeah, so I was looking at this. I think it was on the 5 minutes breaker. Nice little order block here. So yeah, I was looking at that with this gap here, this imbalance, to be a potential target. You can see we gap down here going into, you know, the Asian session on Sunday, coming into Monday. Price wiggles around midnight open for a bit. You know, it doesn't really do much in London, but it was looking a bit more bullish, to be honest, throughout the day. You can see here we got breaker structure, trade back into it, push up, take the highs, come down, fill the imbalance, push up again, take the highs, come back down into the imbalance, push up again, come back down into the imbalance, push up again. Like, you can see what I mean? It's looking pretty bullish at the moment. And then obviously we got 8:30 here. So if we've been bullish all day and then price, you know, decides to make a move down going into the New York Open, well, that would suggest manipulation, especially considering how far down price is already pushed in this trend. I wouldn't have been surprised. Well, I was anticipating that we see a push up, and we did see a push up. Just not the one I was looking for, which is a bit unfortunate because the price literally ripped to my TP. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not bothered about it. It's risky trading conditions at the moment. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market. People are a bit worried about what's going on, whether or not we're going to continue dropping. But yeah, so if we look at it on this time frame, what do we have? We got lows swept here, and we fill an imbalance to the left. Nice. Sell side gets taken. Do we wick past this? No, so we just fill this imbalance here, and then, you know, we've got all of this coming down. I was hoping that we would trade back down into this before the push up, but we didn't. So it is what it is. And yeah, so this inverse fair value gap, the reason I marked this out was this one here. I think on the 15-minute you can see it quite clearly. Yeah, it was the 15-minute inverse that I marked out basically. I would have loved to see price come back here. Would have gone long, target up, just tap this, doesn't even have to go all the way through. But yeah, as you can see, everyone that went short from market open, and even, I don't know, what do you got here? New York open. So most people would have gone short of their stops here on Friday. They've been taken out. Price ripped today, I'm not going to lie. There was like 3-4 minutes where it just went. Like, it was ridiculous. But yeah, so this would have been a lovely trade, 4-1. You know, it's just a shame. We got the thing to learn here. Break. We got the inverse. It doesn't have to come back into the middle imbalance because we also had a fair value gap here, which I did mark out. I think on the 1 minute that's a fair value gap as well. Was it 1 or was it 3 minute? Either way, there was a fair value, or there was an imbalance here that you can see, and price comes up. I was thinking that we would maybe see it come back down into this inverse and tap that once we'd reached this. But something to learn, if we've already swept the liquidity, it can just do that and then push up further to take the higher time frame. Like if you look at this on a 5 minute, like it's just a retracement of this full move. So yeah, I mean, it's one of them, just a learning day today. No capital lost or anything, so nothing to really complain about. But yeah, so my idea what was going to happen on the trade here was either, you know, come back up, trade back down, go up like that. One of those, that would have been nice. I mean, we did, but just not all the way. Or I was thinking, because of this order block here, there is a possibility that, you know, price comes down like this, goes through, inverses it, trades back up, and then comes down like that. So this was one of the things that stopped me getting into the trade today, because I was thinking, you know, we're either going to come back and, depending on the reaction, push up, take this, or just as drawn there. So, you know, it is what it is. One of the other factors, to be fair, it's 3 relatively equal highs, no sweeps there across here. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, looking at this now, in hindsight, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits, 5 highs, all sort of sitting around the same. That's going to get taken, innit? Especially with this draw up here. So, yeah. It is what it is. Didn't get in. Wasn't happy with it. And, yeah, it's fine. So, in terms of my weekly overview, what I'm anticipating to see, I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm, in my mind, hoping that this order block is enough of a retracement to send it up. But with the fundamentals involved and, you know, continued market stress and fear, it could come down a bit lower. But, you know, all institutions will be buying up at this point. They'll be putting their orders in. They've been waiting a long time for this retracement. Like, you look at the last time this happened was in COVID. And then since then, what, July? It's just ripped. Like, these are monthly candles. Like, do you know what I mean? So if we look at this, it's actually tapped this pretty perfectly. Um, hmm, hmm. Okay. I could see this as possibly being an entry zone to go long if you're buying stocks long term. I have no doubt that price could come down further, trade into this a bit, but I don't see it coming all the way to the lows of, July, November 22, October 22. I don't see that happening unless we are completely fucked, but I just can't see that happening. I would say that, this has been a nice dip, like, look, 2 months pretty much, 3 months. I think, yeah, it's still difficult to call. Like, what, start of the month? Probably in April. First week of April, we're going to go down. So, yeah, I feel like we'll see how the next few days play out. We'll look at the news as well. But, yeah, I feel like this could be a longer-term buy entry for anyone, uh, just buying and holding things in their portfolio for the future. So, yeah, there's that. We'll check out the news because today there was a lot of volatility. So, we'll just go in here. So, we didn't have anything today other than Trump speaking. Tomorrow, same again, no news tomorrow. Meeting minutes, Fed minutes. So that'll just go through, what was said in the recent talk. So that would probably, I think that might have a bit of an impact on the market, but usually it's just a summary of what's already been announced. So it tends to not be as volatile as the actual Fed meetings. Thursday we've got CPI Unemployment. So I think it'll be dependent on where we're at around here. I think we'll either see a reversal day on Thursday, or just what's it called, an expansion on Thursday. We'll just dump, or it depends which way the week is going at this point. But PPI on Friday, consumer sentiment, inflation expectations. Well, we'll just have to see what gets announced, scope out the landscape at the time, I guess, and yeah, just play cautious this week. You can see that's a big move. Like if we go on a 1 minute candle, 1 minute time frame, sorry. In the space of 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, 22,280 ticks. That's a lot of movement on the S&P. Do you know what I mean? In 4 minutes, 4972. That's like what you would expect to see on the NASDAQ type digits wise. Obviously, the NASDAQ had its own moves as well today. Like, if we look at this, it's probably gone up, within those same 4 minutes. 800 points? Jeez, that's a lot. 800 points in 4 minutes, that's a crazy move if anyone caught that. I know a few people have definitely got in there. So, yeah, we kind of missed out on an absolute stonker of a trade today, really. But, yeah, it is what it is. So, I'm going to call it here. We'll see how we go. Just a reminder, Monday, we got this going on. Tuesday, another no news day. So I think it could be a bit less volatile tomorrow. It might go for a bit more internal range. Wednesday is Japanese meeting minutes. So we've got meeting minutes. So that'll be more shaping up the Thursday session, I think, or the Thursday candle, and then the Thursday candle will be the one that continues on or reverses dependent on what is actually announced. And then Friday, not going to touch Friday. I just don't like trading Fridays, to be honest. Like you see why. Like on Friday last week, I did trade and I lost. So it's just like, it wasn't major. It's just, if you do lose a trade on a Friday, you just kind of feel a bit bummed out. It's just one of them. I like going into the weekend with a happy mindset. So with all that being said, right, I'm going to shoot off. So I'll see you tomorrow.